Does biweekly mean twice a week or once every 2 weeks? In my opinion, weekly, every week. Biweekly, every 2 weeks. But according to Google, every 2 weeks or twice a week.
Yes.
Bi, every 2 periods. Semi, twice a period. Biweekly, every 2 weeks. Semi-monthly, twice a month. I used to do payroll. We had bi-weekly periods for hourly employees. They got paid every other Friday. Then we had semi-monthly periods for salaried employees. They got paid on the 15th and the last day of the month. Bi-weeklies had 26, occasionally 27, pay periods a year. Semi-monthlies always had 24. Edit. Removed the annually example because it was causing confusion due to alternate spellings. Edit 2. As someone else mentioned, these time period conventions may be exclusive to the accounting, payroll community. It's ambiguous between the two. It can mean either. Biannual has the same problem. Although at least in that case there's also the words semi-annual and biennial which specifically mean twice a year and every 2 years, respectively. Edit. Replies correctly note semi-weekly and fortnightly. Curious how apparently one of those is primarily British and the other is primarily North American. It technically could be used for either, but generally is used to describe getting paid once every 2 weeks. Both welcome to the shit show that is the English language. We need fortnightly for every 2 weeks and bi-weekly for twice a week. Depends on the country you ask. I think? In the UK, we use bi-weekly for twice a week. But I think I've seen USA use bi-weekly as once every 2 weeks. For that, we would use fortnightly. Both. It's one of those English phrases that makes everyone hate English. I've been told it means both.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Seriously. The actual answer is both. There's no way to tell them apart without context or further clarification. This is why my work uses fortnightly when referring to every other week. In your case it probably means once every 2 weeks. I'm convinced that people who work with money use confusing language on purpose so people are less empowered to decide what to do with their money. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks but it's gotten so muddled it can mean either. Bi is supposed to mean every 2 time periods and semi is supposed to mean twice in a time period. Example. Bi-monthly and biannual mean every 2 months or years. Semi-monthly and semi-annual mean twice a month or year. I have talked to a lot of folks about this. Within certain groups, there is always one interpretation that is well understood. But once you go outside of that, you see people are about 50-50 on this issue. People seem to think about it 2 different ways. Semi-weekly. The event occurs every half week, aka twice a week. Semi-weekly. The event occurs at half the rate of weekly, aka every 2 weeks. People will interpret it both ways. There doesn't appear to be consensus on this at all. I believe it's semi-weekly would be twice a week and bi-weekly would be every 2 weeks. Technically, bi means twice, twofold, doubly. So, bi-weekly would mean twice a week, or every 2 weeks. However, in the US, we use semi-weekly, in my experience anyway, to indicate twice a week. So practically speaking bi-weekly would be every 2 weeks. I know the UK and Aussie use fortnightly, as a fortnight is 14 days. However, I stick with semi and bi because you can tack that onto anything. Bi-weekly, semi-annually, semi-circle, biennial, You can't tack fortnight onto anything except 14-day period of time. Therefore, I moved to recognize by as meaning every 2 inches solely. I always interpreted it as twice a week.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.